Guys, welcome to the very first episode of This Is Comedy. This Is Comedy is a comedy competition.
Okay.
The State Theater is 100 years old. They haven't had shows in there in 70 years. And we just walked past it. It's actually on this block. I can look out that window and see it. And for 13 months, I wanted to start a show that I could use these cameras and broadcast online. Who doesn't love Kill Tony? And when I discovered Kill Tony around the time you and Cam.
Yeah.
Cam Patterson.
Oh yeah.
Got on. Probably about 2 years ago is when I found Kill Tony, and I've been doing comedy for 11 years, so I was like the last to hear about it. And for last 13 months, I was like, there's going to be 3 of these type of shows. They're not going to be the same, but there's going to be 3 big ones in a few years. Kill Tony was led this way, and I see Legion of Skanks starting and been doing their thing, but I'm not a big fan. I feel like it's probably a perfect live show, and a few others anyway. So we do laughs per minute.
Yeah.
The contest is rated on laughs per minute.
That's a rating? That's the only rating?
That's the only rating.
That's pretty interesting.
And of course, everyone on the planet's seen your first appearance on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
And when I watched it back last night, I watched a few of your clips, and when you were talking on one of your second appearances, you appeared like 4 times in the first month. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned LPM. You said my LPM, if we compare LPMs, and you were talking about something.
Well,
and it rang out.
Adam Ray, who was doing, I think, his first Dr. Phil appearance, mentioned my laughs per minute. And I said, so as a response to what he was saying, well, yeah, if I judge it by my laughs per minute, you know.
And I don't hear a lot of comedians say that. And that was one of the first things I learned when I was coming up. And I was always thinking about laughs per minute.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on doing comedian stuff, and I don't hear really a LPM much. And then how did you bring it up?
Well, I mean, I'm a one-liner guy. I feel like LPMs are definitely, at least when I was starting comedy, and maybe it's a construct in my mind. So I don't know if this is real information or not, but I have the impression that LPM is still very important in the UK.
Yeah.
And like, so the first influences I had when I started comedy were more British, and so like LPM was kind of a factor.
No kidding.
But then, of course, there's many schools of thought on LPM, and yeah, sometimes you want to build a vulnerable moment, create like tension, and of course your like LPMs are going to reduce. And if you have a big payoff, then it's a beautiful moment.
Right.
But I think LPMs do matter more when you are doing shorter sets and you're trying to impress.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're killing, your LPMs are high.
Right.
But then of course, I would say then once you reach like an equivalent LPM, then I would say okay, but who is talking about what, you know?
Yeah.
And like personally, like I love Dave Chappelle, and I know a lot of people criticize his latest specials. I love them. The LPM is super low.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen a disappointing Dave Chappelle special.
Some people are in the last ones. He said, he's changed whatever. I'm like, yeah, but what I find interesting is how he can bring an argument and how he can
make a point,
how he constructs a point.
So is primarily your material is one-liners?
Primarily.
I see people, so they'll promote you coming to town or something, and they'll say, one-liner king, or they'll have something like this.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and I say, I wonder if I actually went to one of his shows. I believe this is the first time you've been to Florida since I've been down here available to come to one of your shows. I came from Houston.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if I go to one of his shows, if there's like 7-minute bits or 5-minute. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to ask.
Yeah. Well, a lot of my there are things that are becoming bits that are based on one-liners.
Yeah.
That over time, because they're on the same topic, kind of are becoming a bit.
Yeah.
But I write mostly idea per idea and line by line. and then if I can package it together into something. I'm working on a specific story, but it's
Right now?
yeah, but there's like 2 or 3 punchlines in there so far.
You
So
take
that's gonna take me a long time.
Yeah,
to
you
sort
take
out.
them to small mics. Do you find with your celebrityness from comedians?
Yeah.
I can take you to anybody in town who doesn't. A lot of people aren't into comedy like you and I would be, so they wouldn't know who you are. Everyone in town thinks I'm famous in this town. There's
That's
like
great.
45,000 people. I've been here for about 8 years. I've lived in this apartment for almost 8 years, and I started doing open mics around town. When I moved in, you know.
Right.
The LPMs, well, I think are important, and I started thinking it was a figment of my imagination because people weren't talking about it. So I started Googling it, and I was like, okay, I didn't make this up. People have talked about this. Oh, here's my question. Getting popular, do you find it hard to go to a small mic to work on a brand new joke for the very first time, knowing that there's things you have to work, and then when they get there, you almost don't want to work on it because they expect you to just be hilarious and not be working on you don't care.
I actually don't.
That's a good thing. That's cool.
I'll bump for 8 minutes straight.
Yeah.
I don't really care. If I have to work out my new material, I just do that.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I think I don't really care.
Yeah.
The only caveat to that is if I am in a new scene where I'm trying to impress a little bit, then let me do slightly more tested stuff.
Yeah.
To at least to give a good first impression.
Yeah.
And then once they know me, then I'll mess around a little more.
I'm waiting for the point where people know me a little more.
Yeah.
And so they know what to expect, so I can kind of get into my flow quicker in my set, as opposed to brand new guy. I call them firecrackers. Typically, I come out with 2 or 3 firecrackers, short jokes.
Yeah.
I don't even
get them in the mood.
And then I typically get into. They used to be all these little jokes about like growing up in the '80s, and it turned into like this will be a 7-minute bit about getting spankings and put in the corner and having a leash and wash out. And I find over the years this joke has turned into just this one long bit because I've organized it chronologically, and I'll record most of my sets, listen to them, and count my laughs per minute.
Yeah.
And so the contest is laughs per minute, 10 contestants.
And how much time do they have to do?
1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute the first round, 10 contestants. My idea behind that was for the crowd and for the online crowd, in-house crowd, online crowd, they get to see 10 comedians really fast. There's no interview, really fast, boom, 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 boom. They see 10 comedians in just over 10 minutes, and the counters that are sitting away from the stage, more in the audience, will pick 5 of the highest LPMs to go to the second round where they get 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And then we pick 2 for the final round and they get 10 minutes.
Oh.
Right.
That's
LPMs is easy to hit if it's 1 minute. The further you go, the harder it is to keep this high rate of LPMs because times is going by. If you're Theo Vaughn, you can get 5, 7, 6 for an hour, or Steve Harvey for an hour. You can stay at 7. You had 6 for your first minute on your first appearance.
I had more than 6.
You might have, and I don't.
It
depends on who's counting, don't it?
Well, I counted more. But I got a laugh walking in, so I count that one as the first one.
Right, and see, for us, we don't, because there's so many. I find comedians coming up are coming into comedy, discovering Kill Tony.
Yeah.
And what the show is doing is producing all of these new comedians that just try to get a minute in. And I'm not sure they're discovering what their comedic style is. Yeah. And then so they'll watch Kill Tony for 3 months. It's not working for them. And so then they'll try a character. So now they come up to the open mic. Now they've got a costume on. They're doing a character.
Because that's what Kill Tony is now saying you're supposed to do to have a viral video.
and I don't super subscribe to that. And I think everybody should take their own journey, but there's such an influence. And so creating This Is Comedy.
Well, I mean, I understand how characters work really good on Kill Tony for that format.
Some people's characters are better than the
And
person.
how they. First of all, I mean, these guys are working on those characters. You know, they've been working on them for a while, and then those characters can also express themselves during the interview, and then the personality of that character takes more life.
Yeah.
And I consider it comedy.
100%.
But I want to do stand up, right? So like I think it depends why people get into stand up. If they're just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And they're trying to or be famous.
Yeah.
That's great to do that thing. If there's people that are, you know, they love to write sketches. There's people that love acting and doing act outs, and I like to write jokes. So and even then I still have to have some kind of on stage persona to deliver them as a delivery device for the jokes.
Yeah.
So I'm still building some sort of a character.
Is there any
Which when I was on Kill Tony was very defined, and since then I've been
really
it's closer to what you see here now.
more yourself?
A little more,
Okay.
yeah, because I was thinking more long term. Like I knew that in terms of popularity, it was gonna detract. I would say maybe a little bit, but I know that at that time I was like I'm 4 to 5 years in. I want to do this long term. I don't want to be this guy long term. I want to be a little close. I want to be a guy that can open up on other topics and express himself a bit slightly differently on stage.
Yeah.
So I was working on that quite a bit.
How long? You've been doing it about 6 years now?
I'm in my 7th year. So
7th year.
still
Congratulations.
a baby. Yeah.
Oh, not so much. Well, I would.
Yeah.
And I would say the same about my. Actually, I think I'm to the point where it's like time to do. You know, I don't know. I got caught up in the clean scene.
Mm-hmm. That's a great scene to be in.
It's a fantastic scene, and it pays fantastic.
Yeah.
And up until about a year ago, for 3 years, I did about every church in Central Florida, and then started flying out to do churches.
That's
Was
incredible.
doing
I wish I was in
30,
that circuit.
45. I can plug you right in.
But if they see my clips, it's not that clean, you know what I mean?
It was serendipitous. I was at a church when Mike Williams, a comedian who won Comedian of the Year 2018, and it's a Dove Award, so it's like the Grammys for the Christians, the Dove Awards.
Oh, yeah.
So he's Comedian of the Year. He comes down to this church. I go in to see him. The pastor goes, "Oh, we got a comedian, let him." And I was like, "Pastor, you don't want me on your stage with a microphone. I haven't been to church in a decade."
Yeah.
I did 12 minutes. Mike Williams, without me lifting a finger, booked me for 3 years to travel with him.
Right.
And then Mike Williams, with the organization that he was hired from, he wasn't working with him, started his own kind of a charity, and spends most of his time in another country. And so I go back out into the club scene, and they're just introducing me as the Christian comedian and clean comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And I would get like, I never said I was fucking clean. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and people.
I can just be clean when.
Right.
But I understood. So I don't know much about the clean comedy scene.
It's a great scene, and it makes you a better comedian because you have to. It makes you whittle yourself a little bit to form what you have to do.
I would definitely say that. It depends on the definition of clean, and I don't understand the definition. And I don't understand. My understanding was some of the people that book clean acts want to book a comedian that's clean all the time. And if they're gonna see clips of you online doing all the stuff, then it kind of so that's where I'm like, I don't know if I can get into that.
Yeah.
Because I do talk a lot about like sexuality, for example.
Yeah. Or
relationships and dating. I don't use curse words.
And it's not dirty. I call that adult clean comedy. They say, "No, what's adult clean comedy?" You're gonna get those topics. I'm not going to tell you that I have pubic hairs in my teeth because I was eating an asshole.
No.
But I might tell you that my sister is a trans or something.
Yeah.
And make a joke about her having a bigger penis than I do.
You can do that?
I did.
Can you
That's
say
one
the
of my
word
jokes.
penis?
I don't say penis. No, I don't do that at the church.
That's my question.
One time,
Yeah.
I did a joke, a couple of bits about the family, 300 people, Jacksonville, Florida, at a church.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, so I did a couple things about my family, and I said, my sister, she goes, hey, JonFon, do a joke about me. I said I would, but I do clean comedy. And they're like, oh, sister, you do clean comedy. Plus, you used to be my brother. Oh, and then I wrap it up and go, y'all keep my sister in your prayers. And then they're like, oh, we're going to pray for the change. You know, now, and the guy booking me going, and they're looking at the pastor. The pastor's going, we have to keep him in our prayers. He's telling us a story, and he's already kippets laughing for 30 minutes about getting spankings and having soap in his mouth, all, you know, and a leash on. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And I grew up real strict Christian, apostolic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not, which is fine. I respect all religions.
Me too.
I only care about people's actions. But yeah, I try to keep my language mostly clean. Like, I don't like cursing, just because when I started comedy, I was still at my government job.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to censor myself in terms of the topics, but I also don't. So when you work for an embassy, which is what I used to do, you are told that you are representing the whole time, even when you're not at the office.
Yeah.
So even though my day job, my tasks were just like Excel sheets and stuff like that and contracts. So I had no official representation duties. I was not a public speaker. But I represent the institution I work for at all times. So if I say weird things, or if I
For sure.
act a specific way, then that's going to reflect negatively on the organization. And they're going to be like, we can't have you be doing any of this. But however, my office knew what I was doing, and I never had a complaint, you know.
They knew and they didn't care. Well, but
they didn't care because
you weren't over the top. You said nothing they had to defend.
No, but like, for example, if you see any joke I've done on Kill Tony,
yeah,
I'm not trashing my job.
No.
I'm not being disrespectful to any minority.
Yeah.
I'm not being anti anything.
Yeah.
And all of this is by design.
Yeah.
You know. So in a sense, that's how I still consider myself in my own thinking a clean comic. Oh, that's JJ. I had him on my pod.
And he's going to come and be a host. So the rule is...
I had heard so. Oh, he's going to be a host. That's great.
He's going to be a host. So these are all Florida comedians.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so my goal internally with Thisiscomedy is every time I get my 10 contestants is to treat them like the next Seinfeld, when they sign up, before they walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
It was serendipitous to get in this theater. We spent just now 6 weeks cleaning it. I scrubbed down 50-something antique chairs and the tables. I'm going to show you this like a 50-second clip. And this is after round 2.
Yeah.
You might even know Gregory Metz. We would like to book you in this theater. This was the first show 8 days ago.
I'd love to do that. Yeah, of course.
We can put a lot of, when I say a lot, a couple hundred people in there.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know if I have the appeal that that guy has to fill
Well,
that up.
yeah, he used to work the scene with us, and so then we got Jordan Dixon.
Yeah.
These are the 2 hosts that were with us. There's Mike Williams, a radio personality, of course, Bert Kreischer.
Yes.
And so after round 2, we had some girl didn't make it.
Oh.
And the crowd went wild, which was great, because I want this spontaneity. I didn't know this was the first. I didn't even know if it was a good idea. This thing I had in my head, I was like, you live by yourself. You made it big. It's not going to work. It's like 49 seconds. This is. He said, get the woman. These are the counters. Say hello. Now she's coming down, and I'm telling her don't come.
Why not?
Well, she's not getting back on stage to do 10 minutes. We have a whole nother round to start.
You're not coming back on stage, I just want you to know.
But why is she not? Why did they want her back?
Oh, because she was funny.
She's going to the final round.
And so after the show, I was like, this whole thing, dude, they were so involved in it. Anyway, yeah, I'd love for you to come back and be a counter.
Yeah, sure.
And then book a show the next day.
Yeah.
So you come. I always try to make the most of a trip.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
As far as when I'm bringing someone in,
Oh yeah.
if I can get you on 2 things and pay you twice on the same weekend,
Yeah.
you know, we'll talk about it. We almost have to start wrapping up soon.
Do you have any questions or stuff you want?
Oh
to start?
yeah. What's the meaning of life? Go.
What's the meaning of life? This is oh God. The meaning of life for me now, I would say, is the open pursuit of new experiences, and also the enjoyment of my labor, rather than hoping for the enjoyment of the results of my labor.
Interesting. I'm on, damn, people are going to wind that and say, how did he say that?
Well, I'm a foreigner. I learned English in private school. So.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. When you came, I'll make this statement. I wanted to say this. When you came on Kill Tony, it was clear you knew what you were going to do. You knew who your character was,
Yeah.
and then they booked you, golden ticket, 4 shows because you're going back to Brussels.
Yeah.
You came in every time with a plan, and you know what you had to say to implement this plan, to keep this ball rolling, to feed this fire.
Well, I spent every week working on the plan for next week. That's what I was doing.
Oh, goodness.
Just writing and planning and writing and planning and writing and planning.
So this was, we're almost out of this year.
Yeah.
But this is how I live my life. And I have 13 years of this.
Yep.
And watching you, I go, he's an intellectual. I watched the 4 clips the whole time,
Mhm.
and the way you engineered the New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
No one brought that up to you. You said, I think psychologically. Now, this is how I would have done. This is not what you did.
Yeah, sure.
Before I got, I said, now psychologically, if I can build a storyline, and then if I can do this, and they say yes, I'll guarantee a rematch. New Year's, I can do the date. All right, I'm going to say it when I get out there. And it wasn't a yes. It was this back and forth, and I was like, look at him book. Was that at the Madison?
No, it was
I don't know where,
the
HEB?
HEB Arena in Austin. Yeah.
And
the first one, yeah.
Yeah. And I said, look at him live right now, working a plan that he thought of before he hit the stage. I was like, there's no way this was, I was like, and I live a life like that.
I was.
And it's not manipulative. It's strategic. And you're adding value. You came in adding value, not just to take it.
Yeah.
You traded the value with them. Beautiful. I just wanted to say that.
But that was me being on a quest of new experiences and trying to make the most out of something and just really enjoy
your
it.
life.
And then but yeah, I had like plan A, say this. If they say yes, no, then go this way, go that way. If they this, then go this way, that way. If no, then backtrack, go this way, that way. I had like so many paths.
No kidding.
That's why I was just obsessively thinking about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got a bit exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not something I could have sustained. If I had won and become a regular, I don't know how I would have kept building storylines that big. Just
Really?
week after week, it's so much work. It's an insane amount of work.
Yeah. And it trains you. I
Yeah.
tell these people on for, this is comedy. Oh, I don't have it, man. I'm not the type of comedy, I said, well, then go do shows. Like, no, don't come to the competition and do a minute. But if you're going to want to be a host of a show one day, and a lot of this is geared towards comedians that have been doing it for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah, good.
I want them to come in going, yes, no, Last Per Minute, you've never heard of it? Go listen to Ric Diez, because he'll tell you about the Last Per Minute.
You know what?
I want people to focus on what they're doing.
I specifically remember watching Joe List, I think, either on Conan or Jimmy Kimmel, one of the two, or Colbert, one of those 3 shows he was on a few years ago, and I watched the set and I was like, oh my god, I had started comedy at that point, and I was like, okay, I need to rewatch this, and I counted the Last Per Minute.
Nice.
And he was for 5 entire minutes at 9 Last Per Minute. and it was just like non-stop. And it starts slow. You don't feel that it's 9 laughs per minute. You don't feel it. But when you start counting, it was like.
Does it make you a better writer?
I don't know, man. I don't know what it's gonna take me to get to that level, but those 5 minutes, it just blew my mind, because it's like, oh, he's not even rushing his wording.
Yeah.
It was just so tight, so rehearsed, so worked out that it blew my mind.
Yeah.
So laughs per minute definitely matter.
Did I bring Shiloh over here? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It did.
It does matter.
Yeah.
Laughs per minute matter, and I feel like it's a good exercise when you're at the beginning of your comedy journey to try and do your best with laughs per minute, because you're just trying to learn how to write a joke. Like, you shouldn't be trying to write jokes on complicated topics in your first couple of years of comedy when you barely know what you're talking about. You can't put a joke together. But just get to the funny. That's already an accomplishment. If you get a laugh out of people, that's such an accomplishment. No matter how you did it, right? It's a gesture, a look, a thing.
100%.
Like sometimes you can get a laugh and then you do a little look and then you get a second laugh, just like that.
Yeah.
Because so little things you can do to like you just get the ball. You just keep going.
You learn where to put a pause instead of keep talking and they laugh again.
Yeah.
And without saying anything.
You pretty much, yeah.
That's
Like
a skill.
sometimes I do it on purpose. Sometimes I don't. Like I'm still learning that.
I love when that happens.
But it's good for those people to do that. But I think it would be good if at the end of your contest you put someone who like put a pro in, and be like, hey,
Put a probe in?
no, put a pro in.
Oh, I put a pro in, yeah.
Just so these guys understand, this is where you could have gotten.
Yeah.
You're here.
Yeah.
This is what's possible.
Yeah.
This is what's possible right now.
And that's how you operate and work your career.
That's how I do it. That's why I keep every time before I go on stage. Yesterday night, I was just looking at the openers, and I was just, because all of these guys had over 10 years experience, most of them, like one of them is like featuring for Adam Ray on the road. One of them is, and I was just I was just, God, I suck. And then I went on stage and I just like pushed myself. How can I push myself?
It's a great club.
So that I don't come across as because I want the openers to go as hard as they can.
Yeah.
And then be like, how do I get out of here without people saying the openers were funnier than me?
Yeah.
And some nights I'll fail.
Yeah.
And some nights I won't. Because that's the thing with Kiltonian. It gives you this popularity when you're not ready.
You're not ready.
And
I wonder if you, now, because you weren't ready and you still had so much time to grow, do you stay stuck into who you were for that 1 minute on Kiltonian? I don't know if they do. I don't know. I have no clue.
What do you mean?
You said they get popular when they're not ready.
Yeah.
So for example, if I got popular in the beginning, I would be a different comedian today. I want to be an original comedian.
Well, I can only talk for myself.
Yeah.
I had a vision for my comedy.
You had a vision. That's important.
But I'm also, my vision is also a little bit open-ended in the sense of, I always tell myself, people say, oh, you're a one-liner comic. So my answer is, for now, yes. For now, yes. And maybe I'll change my mind, maybe not. Maybe I'll grow, maybe my writing will evolve.
That's what I was going to ask about 26. Do you move the goalpost? You hit all your goals? Are you coasting? Or do you move the goalpost all the time and hit the next one?
I don't have specific goalposts. I understand that maybe I should.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you're an ambitious person who's strategic, you should have a goalpost.
Yeah.
But I left my day job to I find comedy hard enough. I have like some goalposts, but they're more abstract. Like, okay, like grow your online presence. Find a solution for, are you gonna do sketches? Are you not? I have questions that I want answers to. But I can't be like, well, I need to reach this number of followers, or I need to be at this club, or I need this, because I don't want to feel like a failure. So that's why when I say I want to enjoy the labor rather than the results of the labor. So I have goals in terms of, like, I'd like my writing to be tighter. Like, for example, now when I listen to my 2023 videos that I've been clipping out, I'm like, oh, I got better. And because what I'm clipping out is moments, right? But I'm listening to entire sets, and I'm like, oh God, and I like just like why did you do this, or why did you say it like that? Why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep scratching your face? Why do you keep saying yeah in between jokes? Why do you? That person wasn't mean to you. Why did you get defensive? You know, like a bunch of stuff that
All kinds of things.
And I'm not saying I'm a great comic now. I'm saying I'm a better comic now than I was 2 years ago. So that's good.
I personally think you're hilarious.
No, I think I'm hilarious.
Yeah,
but
and you know what you're doing.
But I know how much I don't know what I'm doing.
That's how was it? Perspective is what is it?
Introspective?
Introspective.
Maybe.
Perceptive.
Perceptive?
Perceptive.
Perceptive.
See, my dyslexia comes through in my speech.
Oh, I believe that.
That's
true.
Yeah. That's very and when I'm typing and writing, I type DNA all the time when I'm trying to put and I always have to change my ands to DNA.
No, so what you do with that is you're typing on
text.
Word?
Yeah.
Like on the computer?
Yeah.
So I create autocorrects for those things.
Yeah.
So anytime you type DNA, we'll put and.
Yeah.
And then you're done.
Oh, that's cool.
Just keep going.
Yeah. So what we're gonna have you do?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna sign this.
Okay.
You want
this thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere on a light spot. I have a few of these.
Sure.
You want purple or green?
Purple's fine.
And I don't know if it'll even write on there. I've never tried.
Well, we're gonna try it right now.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, it does write.
Here, I'll do this one.
And then I'll give you a quick shout out for Shaylo. So that girl that didn't make it through and the crowd went wild and I said she's going to the final round.
Yep.
She won the whole thing.
Great. That's so good for her.
And so if you autograph that for Shay, I'm going to hold that up and I'll send her a picture she can put. And now all the rest of the comedians are going to go, I need to win this because look at the perks. I got an autograph anywhere. Just say, hey, thank you, Shay. Good or congratulations, whatever. And so we're going to do 10 episodes, $100 for the winner and a trophy. After 10 episodes, we're going to do a finale with the 10 winners. They get $1,000. And then we give them a featured 30-minute film special in the theater. I appreciate you doing that right there. Oh, yeah. This is a to-go bag for you, too. The only thing I put in here that I think you won't want.
Here.
Thank you.
There's a little bit of a roast in there. I hope she doesn't take it personally.
Funny. That's all. Oh, she won't. She is a tough cookie.
I said you're the least mediocre.
That is hilarious. That's hilarious. She's gonna love. Oh, have you ever heard of these? Forget it. Boiled peanuts. We're not Plant City, but
I actually have heard of boiled peanuts.
Anyway, I'm gonna put that's in your bag. You're probably gonna throw them away. Somebody from Ohio says, "Oh, they're like little potatoes."
I actually cannot take this.
That's
and
okay.
I'll show you why.
That's all right, because you're allergic to peanuts.
No, you've seen my backpack.
No.
Well, my backpack's there. You'll see it. That's my suitcase. There is no room for this.
That's okay.
It is packed to the brim.
That's okay. So
because I bought too many Star Wars t-shirts.
Whoever you see next, give this to. There's something in here you're gonna want, and you can fit it in your pocket.
Right.
I don't know what that is.
So what am I supposed to do with this bag? It's a Christmas bag?
Yeah, this is your to-go bag.
Oh wow.
Yes, it's your to-go bag.
Ooh. Oh, it's heavy.
And
oh my god.
There's nothing better when I go to do a show and I get there and there's a gift bag.
Oh, there's food.
There's snacks that you can. Oh yeah, look at the balloon. This is one of my bits.
There's hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. Those are important stuff.
Oh, there's a condom.
But then no, that's hilarious. Look.
Condom. Ooh, I filled this balloon up with cum.
With COVID.
No.
That's
sorry.
So that was one of my original bits that got me hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I throw the balloon out in the crowd and say, if you don't laugh at my jokes, I'm going to pop it. And then I'll say, oh, thank you, Pastor Carl, for blowing that balloon up for me. I appreciate it. And I burn the pastor right off the head.
That's fine. It's funny. I did a show in Italy, and I don't know if it was. I think Bologna.
Yeah.
But it was in this old building that had a lot of like Christian paintings on the side. I need to put. But one of the scenes next to the stage was Jesus just getting
no way.
Just getting whipped.
No way.
All over the place. So I started cracking jokes about it. It was the funniest.
I love roasting a church.
Dude, I love Catholic imagery.
It's
so brutal.
Yeah.
It is so violent.
Yeah.
And it's borderline BDSM stuff.
Yeah.
That it's the funniest. Like I feel like when you're if everybody's in on the joke, looking at the image, and you have a fresh take on it, I think it's fun.
Yeah. I do too. Oh, absolutely. I think that's why Mike Williams, that's him.
Yeah.
He booked me at them churches because he knew two things. I knew how not to cuss, and I knew how to be clean because I was a preacher until I was 25 years old. I started preaching when I was 13.
Mm.
And it's like Amish with electricity. So it was real strict. Everyone was going to hell except for apostolic people. You know, one of those things.
Yeah.
And it was way too late for me to just like acclimate into society at 30 years old when I actually started considering that maybe we were just not like necessarily lied to, but like maybe there's more than one way, you know? And so I tried to come out and be cool, and I was like I just look like a fool. So I just started staying myself, I said, I'm going to go back to public speaking as a comedian anyway. And I was able to talk about church stuff in a way that was super edgy, super clean, and super accurate and appropriate for the crowd. Something they had never seen before from a Christian comedian. Because I was a club comedian with an opportunity that come out of the blue. And I was like, I'm going to do it. We're going. And that's what I'm doing. I went in there and just asked him point blank, can I film a show in here? He said yes at that theater. And now we got 10 episodes. We were going to do one after the first one. He said, can we do one every other week? We sold out. I put up 50 tickets. We was like 58 tickets. So this one we're going to do 60. But we quickly want to move into like 150, 200.
I would,
Pump the brakes. Yeah.
Create that demand.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
and it needs to be an online thing too, not just here. And I want to promote the comedians. It's all about promoting the comedians.
Your show is always going to be more fun if it's a small room that's packed than if you go big and it's half packed.
Thank you for saying that.
Honestly, so it's like I moved from a 60 to a 100 seater or to a 200 seater, and now I only sold 120 seats.
Yeah,
I have 80 empty seats.
Right.
Whereas you could, if it's sold out very fast, you can try to put a second show.
Yeah, sold out quick just because the theater had been closed for so long, and there were a lot of nosy people. But there were also people who knew me and knew what I was doing there. I didn't have any problem selling.
It depends on your financial needs, but honestly, like creating that scarcity.
Yeah.
Like Kill Tony is for them. They'll do the big show once in a while.
Right.
You can do a big show once in a while as like you get all of the winners of a season, and then you put on a showcase. For example. That's why Kill Tony tickets are sold out all the time, and that room is packed all the time, and it creates a great recording environment because it's a hot crowd that's just like they sold out. I managed to get tickets. So
that's very accurate.
So if you're trying to make money out of the show, that's a different strategy. If you're trying to build up a scene and with more of a public service mission, I would say create scarcity and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Well, up to you guys.
I'm in it for the long haul as a business.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect to see any type of ROI for a year plus.
Yeah.
I'm also ignorance on fire, just because how I was raised, and I really believe if you make a plan, and you can, even if it's not exactly what you thought, you can really make advancements in life. Which always focusing, getting up, going, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. It is what it. But I want to build an online show that people want to tune in to watch. I've always been into broadcast and the hobby business. And it's not a hobby anymore. It's a registered company that I'm going to shoot. So I created the business, and then I created the content to film. I became my customer. And then the comedians are my customers, and my job is to make sure they feel like superstars for the one episode that they're on, and treat them like stars, and
that's so cool.
And do 10 out of 10.
That's great.
I appreciate you saying that.
No, it's great. It gives these I don't want to say beginner, but beginner comics. A sense of reward. And a sense of accomplishment.
And the set list, I rank them from inexperience to experience.
Yeah.
So live, every round the show, whatever round you're in, the best people are right behind. Mike Williams is on the next episode. You met him at LOL. Not Mike Williams, Mike Lee. He's one of the main guys at Laugh Out Lounge. He'll be competing.
You know what you could do to kind of like offset the laughs per minute thing?
What's that, please?
Like I think the judges could also, or the counters or whoever could take a note of what was the best joke of each comic kind of thing, and then let the crowd vote on who had the best joke. of that night and have a little side reward. Because okay, maybe you didn't get the laughs per minute, but who had the best joke? Just as a side thing.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
the second prize.
Yeah. I think that's how Shay won.
Yeah.
Because we didn't even ask him, bring the woman back. Who? Shay, bring her back, bring her.
Yeah.
So we need to implement that. And I might see